Hi everyone, we are from National Taipei University of Technology. I'm Chen Jinyi. Yan Yiwen and I are doctoral candidates and Professor Zheng Mengchong is our supervisor. We are from Taiwan. The research topic we want to share is the achievement of using research results from mixed methods in design workshop within educational scenario. This is a unique phenomenon in Taiwan. When people hear the music, they need to go out on the road and throw the garbages and the waste materials into the cars. The cleaning staff needs to perform more detailed classification work in the carriage when the vehicle moves. The vehicle travels along the planned route and only slow down when people throw the waste. This is a project subsidized by the Environmental Protection Administration, mainly to refit the exterior and the interior of the carriage on the existing vehicles. Our goal is to design and develop a module for the use of waste recycling vehicles in various regions of Taiwan. The left photo is an existing one, and the right is what we have retrofitted. And there are a lot of things to do during the transformation. The research team conducted mixed methods, including field observation of the use of waste recycling vehicles in 7 different road sections. The attitude scale and the semantic difference scale of the cleaning staff and the public regarding the waste recycling process and the vehicle design, and the 2 results of the symposium and the 12 semi-structured interviews were compiled by item. As you can imagine, we have collected quite a lot of data. Today, we want to share the design workshop process. The design thinking method consists of 5 stages. The moderator can flexibly combine different methods to achieve design goals at different scales, application scenarios, and design schedules. One of the ways to hold a design workshop. However, suppose the workshop participants do not understand the users, behaviors, and the scenarios. In that case, although they can collect many divergent ideas, the result is often difficult to focus on the original problem they want to solve. The study wanted to understand how the visual materials in the 5 different research findings guided or influenced the participants' thinking, and how the combination of various design thinking tools could improve the workshop's effectiveness. We provided several visual materials from the research results, including the following 5 items: photos of actual conditions, a behavioral mapping graph of observation results, questionnaire statistics charts, a semantic differences scale graph, and a text list of pros and cons from interview and the symposium. The above materials are printed in A3 and arranged in the workshop space so that participants can refer to each phase at any time. The participants in the design workshop are 10 mastered students from the Department of Industrial Design, aged 21 to 25. The moderator divided them into A and B group before the workshop started. The workshop is planned in 3 phases within 8 hours. Phase 1, each group used the KJ method to generate an affinity map to focus on the problems and classify them. Phase 2, each group was required to complete the empathy map, persona, and the user journey map in a group. The goal is to emphasize with users and concretize the behavioral context of cleaning staff and the public. After completing the above 2 phases, they had to brief the results. Phase 3. Each person must complete 3 sketches. In Phase 1, the affinity maps of the two groups A and B are presented differently. Group A classified by the compartment's internal modules, appearance, and storage accessories. Group B organized the West classification, personnel, safety, and accessories. From the affinity map posting status, Group B showed the context of West recycling, which was different from the Group A. Phase 2 was to emphasize with users. Each group completed one empathy map for the cleaning staff and one for the public. Participants should think about the people and the things they might see, say, do, hear, think, and feel in their work process, and emphasize with the user's pain and needs. In another outcome, each group must complete the user journey map, starting from the personas, both for the clean staff and the public. They stimulated a period and the situation of waste recycling to describe the events, touch points, pain, and feelings user encounter during the task. Each group completed 2 empathy maps and 2 user journey maps within 3 hours. After the participants went through the first 2 phases of the design thinking method, from the divergent ideas to the convergence into the design conditions, the phase 3 of sketch design began. Each person completed 1 sketch each for the top view, side view, and the 45-degree angle view, resulting in a total of 30 sketch designs. Finally, the Department of Industry Design professor will evaluate the drawings and classify the design conditions of the sketches. The results shows that the questionnaire statistical chart can assist in 3 aspects: defining problems, emphasizing with users, and inspiring ideas. After interviewing the participants, we learned that they could discover the various satisfaction degree of the public in the interaction with the cleaning staff or vehicles during the waste recycling process. The data can support problem solving and their priority. In addition, demographic statistics such as gender and age can be learned to assist in defining persona in the empathy phase. The behavioral mapping scored high on the defining problem and 4.5 on the empathy aspect. The moderator observed that both groups repeatedly looked at the behavioral mappings as they developed the user journey map during the process. Participants said that since the user journey map includes a timeline to understand the behavior and interaction of the public and the cleaning staff, information can be obtained from the behavioral mapping. The pros and cons in text list has a high score of 4.6 for emphasizing with users, because it allowed participants to emphasize with the user's situation and feelings more specifically and imagine their use scenario. Regarding the methods and the tools used in each stage, the participants indicated that the KJ method has a more divergent way of thinking, so it scored higher in inspiring ideas. In addition to the text, the participants also drew pictures on the post-it, which is very helpful for the subsequent concept sketches. The user journey map is completed before the empathy map. The most significant difference between the user journey map and the empathy map is that it includes persona and a timeline, so that participants would consider more details. When the designer stands in the perspective of a precisely defined persona, it is more empathetic. The KJ method and the empathy map are higher in promoting consensus, because each group added ideas and discussed them in completing these 2 parts. In the end, the user journey map was the most exciting tool for participants, with an average of 4.9, and they look forward to using the tool again in user-centered design workshop in the future. The research conducted mixed methods survey result as visual materials, in addition to explicitly providing the different perspective of the participants in the human-centered design workshop. It can also be used with different methods or tools to guide the workshop process. It can also satisfy the participants in design thinking development and outcomes in different phases. At the same time, the participants have positive feedback on the process and learn various design thinking tools quickly, which achieves the educational purpose of using design thinking and can be used in the future. Thank you.